really wish this man was the VP pick. I'm not going to lie. Vivek Ramaswamy. The interaction with Van Jones is going viral over the internet. This was an interaction I was not expecting to see across my timeline, but Vivek pulled up on Van Jones and said, look, man, we got to talk. Your messaging when you called me a demagogue, yeah, that actually sent threats to me and my family. Let's actually go back to that clip before we play the interaction.
He's a demagogue. He's just a demagogue. He's good at it, though. That whole vote Trump. I mean, I was taking notes. That works. You know, if you're gonna try to get.
Were you persuaded?
I was not. But I mean, look, I don't like the patronizing stuff about black folks. They're trying hard to reach black folks, and I just think they don't understand. We didn't miss the fact that the Republican Party, the party of Lincoln, a party that started as a radical anti-slavery party, became a safe haven for some white nationalists that have not been aggressively shown the door yet. We didn't miss that. African Americans are one of the most politically sophisticated and engaged populations in the country. So when people act like we're dumb, we just somehow missed that there are people in the Republican Party who have been unfriendly, you just lose the audience from the door with that.
When they ain't got no policies to fall back on, they just resort to the name calling, as you see. They don't have no policies to platform. That would be the correct way to say it. That's the way that they've been using it now. Oh man. It says right here, he doesn't know how to debate. They resort to name calling because they have no points to support their position. Yes, they have none. They don't have no merits either. They ain't got no merits. What? But this is Vivek initially responding to Van Jones.
We demand a government that tells us the truth again in this country. That's what we require. We can handle the truth. That's what it means to be a citizen of this country. So I say that on that last debate stage to a bunch of Republicans that are shaking in their boots. These are the things you're not supposed to say in the Republican Party even today. And then you get the mainstream media. You got this character Van Jones on CNN afterwards saying, this is the rise of an American demagogue who's going to live 50 years longer than Trump. This is dangerous. I am shaking. That's what he says. Just shut the f*** up. At a certain point, just shut the f*** up. Van Jones at CNN. We're done with it.
Vivek the demagogue. He for dang sure gonna make sure Van is shaking for the next 50 years, to tell you that. Cause bro, I mean, that's all they do. They spew. Now, before we get to the main course, which is you guys seeing Vivek Ramaswamy roll up on your boy Van Jones, I gotta show y'all this clip of how Vivek also responded initially. He said, yesterday, Van Jones called me a demigod for discussing the great replacement theory. Well, here is Van Jones' words in 2021. The request from let me just let him say it.
Asking the white majority to do something is difficult. And I think it'd be easier if we just acknowledge that it's difficult. No ethnic majority group in 10,000 years of human history that I could find ever went from being a majority to being a minority and liked it. And that's basically the request from the racial justice left, is that we want the white majority to go from being a majority to being a minority and like it. That's a tough request. And the reality is that change is hard. Change that you want is hard. Change that is good is hard.
Don't make no sense, man. I'll be looking at my people like, come on, y'all. Come on. He sound like he on the same drugs as Kamala Harris. Low key, man. Meaningless, repetitive speeches. That's what I get from Kamala Harris every single time. I know that Van Jones believes that white people, all of them are just inherently racist, and there's no such thing as quote unquote colorblindness, right? Y'all know what people mean by that. Not literally being colorblind. People just, to the people who know, they know. For the people who try to be a-holes. Yeah. Your boy Vivek pulled up on him. Yeah, he pulled up on him. Vivek confronts Van Jones about comments he made that triggered threats to Vivek and his family. And it was also written up under here. Cool to watch how something so serious is squashed with the right discourse. This is the classy leadership needed in DC. And this is why I'm over here like, why he didn't choose him as the VP?
So we got death threats. We got death threats after the thing you said. So that's Van Jones for you. So on air, I actually don't swear. I did it very intentionally that one time, and I want you to just know about it because I think it's important. So you were on air and you said that he's like, he's a demagogue. He's dangerous. He's going to be out for 50 years, long after Donald Trump's gone. For the first time in the campaign, we get a death threat of a man who wants to show up in New Hampshire. Thankfully, the police intervened, got it. The next day, back-to-back days. So my wife's scared enough. The next day, we wake up. It's 3 a.m. We get a call from him. He's my security guard saying, thank God you picked up because we just got a call that somebody showed up at your house and has 4 dead bodies. So that's within 48 hours. And I'm not going to attribute that to your comment because whatever it is. But for our family, you know what? Publicly I didn't do it, but for our family, yeah, it pissed us the heck off, actually. And so the reality is, I don't try to engage in rhetoric that gets other people in danger of bodily harm. But I do think that if somebody's going to, even if you didn't intend to provoke that kind of ire on my family, yeah, in that week it landed with me. Now, at the same time, am I going to
test?
Do I want to set a good example for people in this country of what discourse looks like? I do. And in the heat of a presidential campaign, and I've been open about it since I left the campaign as well. My competitive spirits, sometimes stop us from being able to have the level of discourse we want. And I think you were wrongfully pushed out of the White House for your comments around 9/11. Way back when as well. They were misconstrued. Exactly. So what I will tell you is this. Yep. So I just wanted you to know that backdrop. That's my personal song. Don't give it to anybody else. Okay, well, we don't need to do any of this on air. And you know what we can do? Is we can turn the page and maybe have a chapter to demonstrate what actual good discourse looks like in this country. And that's not just on you, that's on me as well. Okay, that's on two of us. No, hey, it's classy of you to say so. And I hope we can build a friendship. I really mean that. Please do. Okay? Thank you. Take care.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. I see clips like this, and the first thoughts that I start having is, wow, there is hope. Hope he does make that phone call and apologize to Vivek's wife. I think that's a great centerpiece for change in America in terms of being able to, how do I say this? Establish that even though two people completely disagree with each other, that they can still be human towards each other. They can be humane. They don't have to be inhumane about everything. I just love that, this happened, man. Let's read a few comments. Absolutely. I'm glad I watched this entire video. Van Jones kindly listened to Vivek without interrupting and promised to apologize to his family and his wife. Don't care much for Van Jones' take on things, but both men were very classy in this video. I definitely have to agree with that. Someone else says, I'm naturally suspicious of all politicians, but Vivek has been consistently impressing me. Vivek is somebody whom I admire. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I listen to him talk and I just realize God didn't gift me with that level of grammar, and see, I'm doing it right now. He didn't gift me with that level of discourse, man, just yet. I can work on it, but he's just amazing, man, how he's able to diffuse what was seemed like very, very serious, heinous situations. He's able to diffuse it with a conversation, and I think it's become normalized for it not to happen so much that when we see it, we'll be like, oh man, I pray that this continues to happen, when this should honestly be normalized. This should not be, anything out of the clear blue sky. Will Van Jones and Vivek have a conversation, sit down and, actually hash things out, maybe? I don't know what to expect to this. I don't know what's gonna come of this, but I'm just thankful that these men were able to be men.